said control, delete, access, program.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like that so much, but I feel like we got the deal into a good spot.
Yep. Much better than when he first handed it to us.
For real. All right, well, you guys want to do anything? If you want to go meet him?
No, I'm good to go.
All right, let's go.
All right, you guys head out of your quarters, and as always, shortly after leaving your quarters, Zilch comes out of his domicile. Presumably, he's been instructed to keep an eye on you, and he brings you guys over to the elevator where you come back up to Vizaran's chamber, where, as always, you find his astral projection, as well as his bodyguard, who looks to be a giant half-orc, but you know to actually be a slod, standing in the corner, named Cleve. And so you approach the table, and Vizaran turns, goes, "My friends, you are all looking rested and prepared. Today is a glorious day. Are you all excited for what you're about to partake of?"
Honestly, a little bit. We've been
I'm a little
working for this
scared.
for a while.
Fear is only natural. You are about to face an incredibly powerful foe, after all. But fear not, for I have kept some track of your travels, and I've taken the liberty of contacting a few of your allies. Those that view you favorably have agreed to assist you in this final battle, and I have instructed them to meet you at Menzo Baranzan. I hope you do not take offense to this step.
Well, you mean like Shushar, or?
Who all did you get to meet us there?
There are a number of allies that you have acquired throughout your journeys in the Underdark. Some with forces at their disposal, some powerful individuals. I will not spoil the surprise. Less to say, I've given them the same instructions on how to reach the city that I am to give you. They should meet you there.
Okay. Are we to fight our way into the city then?
That should not be necessary. I actually have a tunnel that I have prepared, an access point, if you will. You could have used it the last time you went to Menzo Baranzan, but you chose not to speak to me for some reason.
Sometimes it's important to do
a lot
groundwork.
on our mind.
Of course.
What did you think specifically of our location to ritual? We discussed like the higher end spot, right?
Sorry, I lost half of what you said there.
Oh, sorry. We had previously discussed where we thought we would set the ritual at the higher end upper echelon district, yes?
I believe that would be apt. In fact, there is just one perfect overlook on a cliff that overlooks the city. I believe that would be an ideal place to conduct the ritual.
Okay. Works for me. Do you already have members of your cult there that could help us to identify this perfect cliff?
I have instructed my loyal followers to either evacuate the city for the time being or to go to ground, per se. I believe there will soon be a rather devastating natural disaster, and I don't wish for those that will partake of my new government to be harmed.
Yeah.
They will need to be ready to swoop back into the city for disaster relief.
Fair enough. I just wanted to know if there was a way for us to know where this perfect spot was.
Vizaran is going to gesture to Cleve, and he reaches into a compartment in the wall, and he pulls out what appears to be a basket, and he brings it over, and he puts it in front of you, Azzy. You pull it open, and you can see inside there are a number of parchments and scrolls, as well as several very expensive and clearly enchanted-looking pouches. And if you look in the pouches, you can see that there are a number of enchanted chalks, various magical reagents, powders, things that seem to have been created from all of the things you've been gathering for Vizaran. And amongst the scrolls, you can see there are instructions for some very complex arcane and magical runes, how to construct the magical circle, and finally Bodhi, please. Bodhi one-handed.
It's got a grip, man.
Oh no, he's figured out the wires. Look at him. And then finally, a map to a location in the city that the ritual would be able to be conducted from.
Nice. Okay, well, fucking excellent.
Is Zilch coming with us?
If you think you need his assistance to draw the arcane circles and to perhaps participate in the battle afterwards, Zilch, if you're feeling up to it, I give you leave to accompany the Seeds of Nightmare. Zilch seems to be excited by this. He goes, it would be nice to travel with my old friends again, if you'll all have me, of course.
Of course,
I
it would
would.
be most grandiose.
Oh, most wonderful, most wonderful. I can't wait.
Cool. Just as long as you know you might die.
Oh, he will be completely fine.
Well, I'm not planning on dying. Master, is it all right if I use the contingency? And Vizaran is going to go, yes, of course. If your life is in danger, you may use the contingency.
I'm sorry. Can you elaborate?
Does it just teleport away?
Zilch reaches into his satchel that he always carries around, and he pulls out a spell scroll, and he holds it up, and he's holding a scroll of teleportation circle.
Okay.
Oh, does that work for all of us, or can we get one?
Oh, well, no, it will just get me back to the tower. Master made it for me after what happened to,
The last guy that came out with us somewhere?
Yeah.
Do some unholy, untoward, world-ending bullshit like we're about to do now?
Hey, the maze engine was that was not our fault.
No. And what happens after we start this ritual? Probably not our fault either.
Yes.
Oh, it's definitely our
can't
fault.
get those.
What happened with the maze engine is our fault, Jim Jar?
Oh, no, not the maze engine, but, this
All
demon
right.
ritual, absolutely, we did this.
Well,
No,
I mean,
yeah, that's true.
we
That
kicked
is our
off
fault.
the maze engine too. It wouldn't have done anything without us there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to nitpick. I think we're ready to go.
Anyways, so the new apprentice has a get out of jail free card because of what happened to the last apprentice. Understood.
Makes sense.
Are there any other questions that you have before me before you set out?
Other than, is there any other assistance you think you could offer or should offer with taking down a demon lord? Because presumably the last one standing will be the meanest one. Or
It's difficult to say which will be the last standing, but if I had to guess, I would say it would be the Demogorgon. Give me one
I think
moment.
we came to that conclusion before.
Vizaran is going to wave his hands, and via some magical telekinesis, you see a specific book fly from a bookshelf high up in his library. It floats down before him, the pages open, and of their own
Hell
accord,
yeah.
they flip to a certain page, and he goes, "What is it you wish to know about the beast?"
Well, for the Demogorgon, the usual resistances, immunities to conditions and such, damage types we should use if there is one.
And I could tell you all that stuff.
Offensive.
Let's know something specific. What are his tactics? What does he plan to use against us? What are his moves that we should be aware of? No.
The Demogorgon.
No.
Bodhi's like, let me have it. The prince of all demons is not to be underestimated. He appears as a large, two-headed baboon creature, and so you may think him nothing more than an animal. But make no mistake, he is the most cunning and the most powerful of all of the demon princes. His intelligence is no less than that of a being such as Grast or Malcontent. You should not let your guard down for an instant. He can speak all languages. He has the ability to see into your thoughts. He can speak into your mind. Man, it's loud over there. Conventional attacks will most certainly not work on him. His hide would be impenetrable to all normal weapons. But with the number of artifacts you've acquired as a group, I don't expect that should be too much of an issue for you. I would imagine he would be resistant to many of the things that naturally occur in the Abyss. I would not try using any purely elemental damage on him. It may not quite be effective.
What about the necrotic or the radiant damage types?
I don't believe that those should be affected in any way by his nature, but it is hard for me to say.
Okay.
Little is
And
known
then,
about the Prince of Demons.
Oh, all right. To Mog's question, he asked about tactics the giant two-headed baboon will use. Does it have like a big weapon it uses? Does it do like lots of charges and stuff? Does it have a beam thing it shoots out of its mouth or something? Can it cast spells?
The limited information we have about the Demogorgon in battle suggests that he uses no weapon, but make no mistake. In place of arms, he has 2 large tentacles that can act as powerful whips and bludgeons. There's also some report of him using some sort of beam attack from his eyes, but little is known of the exact nature of it. Assume he may have power similar to that of a beholder, perhaps.
I'm gonna look at Crumb and Chagall and Mog and be like, does that sound about like what you guys saw when he attacked the fish people?
I'm gonna be honest. We weren't very strong. I mostly ran.
Okay.
But he certainly did summon a bunch of those Quaialtal whatever stingray. So that's I'm like, is he gonna have like an army that he summons?
An army. Okay.
I mean, they were already there, but they like fought for him.
Oh, well, maybe if we summon him away from them, maybe because they won't be.
Yeah, they need to be in the Dark Lake. But like, I don't know if he can like summon other demons from the Abyss.
That's true. I bet he can, but I bet they all can. To that extent.
The Demon Lords most certainly have the power to call other demons to their aid, and I will be honest, the power of this ritual may have unexpected consequences. I suspect that the veil between the material plane and the Abyss will be thinner than it has in a very long time. After you
Are we talking phase res level effects again?
The phase res's presence in the Underdark is the result of the initial ritual performed by Grumph Baneray. That should give you some context for just how significant of a spell you are going to be casting.
So you do expect there to be phase res at the site of this ritual once we're done casting it then?
I cannot predict whether that will be the case,
okay.
But an effect such as the phase res could certainly happen.
Hooray. Anybody else have any questions? Is there any that we should look out for of the Demon Lords trying to peel off and be sneaky and just get away without fighting?
As I said before, the 2 most devious of the Demon Lords remaining would probably be Malconteth and Grazd. In terms of ones to look out for, I would say, if you have drawn the particular animosity of any of the Demon Lords, I would be wary of them specifically.
Leather Daddy.
Yeah, Leather Daddy's banished us, yeah.
We did banish his head bitch.
Maybe a little bit of a tangent or side note, but what should we do with Jarlaxle?
Jarlaxle could be an asset if he is made to see reason. He's not particularly loyal to Lolth as an institution. His loyalty is to the city. However, if he finds out that I am directly tied to what is going to happen to the city, he will most certainly not cooperate. Perhaps it would be safer to remove him as any sort of opposition, should the opportunity arise. I suspect that problem will solve itself. Jarlaxle is a heroic fool. He will throw his life away trying to save the city.
Alright, so you don't have any particular, like, love for him that we have to spare him. So if he dies, that's fine. Because he doesn't, I mean, he likes us, but he did banish us from Menzoberranzan.
He did declare death on sight for us.
Makes sense, though.
Any who remain in the city are considered disposable to me.
Alright.
Well, I'm ready to get this underway, if you guys are.
Yeah, I just have one more question, kind of along those same lines. Do you suspect any of the houses may have some sort of defense to try and thwart our plan?
As far as I know, none of them are even aware of what exactly you are conducting. as you
Good.
said, my spies in the city have given word that Jarlaxle has put out word that your group may be up to something. But as far as I know, they have no idea what exactly it is. I suspect, especially after your shenanigans in Gracklestug, they may be suspecting something more conventional, such as a coup, or perhaps a slave rebellion. I believe you may have even incited something similar to that with one of your friends in the area.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like all those things rolled into one.
Yep, makes sense.
There's no way that they will expect you to repeat Grump's mistake.
Good.
Okay, well, I guess I'm good. If you
Same.
guys are.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
All right. Vizaran's going to clap his hands together once and go, "Very well, my friends. Best of luck to you. I sincerely wish you safe travels and a successful ritual. And I hope that I will be speaking with you all again from the ruins of Menzoberranzan after you are victorious."
Can I insight check that last sentence there?
Yeah, of course.
$21.
21. With a 21, you can definitely sense a level of sincerity to Vizaran when he talks about hoping you will be successful and hoping that you successfully arrive to the city. You can definitely tell that he doesn't necessarily want you to die, but he doesn't seem quite as concerned about you being able to speak with him again as he does about you successfully conducting the ritual.
I feel like that checks out. Well, I'm ready to go. I don't know, summon some demon lords and maybe destroy one of the biggest civilizations in the Underdark. Anybody else?
Here. Let's do it.
I'm just gonna wink at Jimjar.
Jimjar will give you some finger guns. Hey.
Jimjar is probably my favorite character in all
Jimjar
this.
blushes.
I do hate Drow. No offense, Shigal and Zilch and Vizaran.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's head out then.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, you guys hop off your stools and you head for the exit, accompanied now by Zilch once again, who has rejoined the party after so long.
Gotta win
And you guys
again.
descend the elevator of the Tower of Vengeance, and you guys are ready to head off to the city of Menzoberranzan. The
Let's
route
do it.
that you have been given is less than a day's travel, and it is very safe. And this is actually in the book. I did not make it up, and you definitely could have used it last time you went to Menzoberranzan.
Son of a bitch.
That would have been nice.
So, would you
That's
like
real
to?
fast.
Would you like to skip to the city?
Yeah.
Yes, secret tunnel, please.
I do want to
Secret
talk
tunnel.
to Zilch along the way.
Secret tunnel.
I hope the
Absolutely.
tunnel's like one of those ones where you can jump in and just slide down it.
Like the Goonies.
Not quite that
It's just
big.
always down.
I hope it goes doo doo doo, and then
I also
the music after is did it.
I just imagine Crumb humming that the whole time we're walking through this tunnel. Hey, you look way better without the vein shit. Just letting you know. I feel like you're gonna be more popular now when you go back home after all this.
Yes.
Before I was a little concerned about you going back to your people, looking like that.
I am torn, however. My legacy hinges on how this unfolds.
Yeah, all of us, man. We're all in the same boat.
Yes, but you have no problem with the deaths of many.
Look,
It
I have
weighs
a
on my
problem with the demon lords still being here. That's my problem.
I understand this.
The ends justify the means for me.
And that's how I've tried to justify it in my own head.
The balance. Everybody dies. Sometimes it's violent.
I think.
But these demon lords upset the balance.
I think it's most prudent for us to maybe vow something to each other. And
Go on.
and what that would be is that no one must know that we were the ones that helped this man summon these demons to the city.
Haven't
I
we
wasn't
vowed
used to the
enough
saying anyways.
things, anyways, Crumb?
Do you
I would be down
disagree?
for that. That word is out, my man.
Oh no, I don't think anybody knows what we're about to do, says Zilch. If that happened, it would make it very difficult for Master Vizeran to take over the city.
I roll my eyes at Zilch. I think there's a certain group known as the Zimtarum that think pretty much know what we're gonna do.
Oh, right, about the Zentarum. They're kind of busy right now, actually.
Yeah, we know about the dragon attack, but they're still formidable, and they don't. I mean, they can just tell people that it was us, which was their plan initially. So
Yeah,
people are
they
gonna
could
know.
do that, but I don't think that they have a very good relationship with the rest of the Underdark at this time anymore. Yes, Master Vizeran did try to contact them, thinking they might be able to lend some assistance to you, but well, I don't think that it went very well.
Well, I think the dragons know as well, and we kind of did some stuff there. Anyway, I won't tell anyone extra if they ask me, but I think people are gonna know.
I don't think that I will have a mouth to tell anybody with after this is complete, anyways, Mog.
Yeah, I think you're gonna die too.
And Crumb, rather.
What the fuck, man? That's kind of fucked up. Why do you think he's gonna die?
I think most of us are gonna die. I think maybe one or two of us might survive.
Yeah, Jim Jar's gonna kind of grimace.
I will do what I can to protect you as we have traveled together for.
I think the people who are
So
going
long.
to make it out of this fight have additional ways to assure that they get out of this fight alive. And I pass
Yeah, I
a
can turn into a
glance.
bird and fly away.
I pass
You
a
guys-
glance between Jim Jar and Zilch.
Zilch, how has
Yes?
how's your time been?
Oh, most invigorating, I must say. I've learned so many things from Master Vizeran, both magical and, how to be a good wizard in general. And also, I've been learning much about how to conduct magical studies and conduct experiments on, prisoners and things like that.
Torture.
Yeah, you could call some of it that, but it's been very helpful to my alchemical experiments, I'll tell you that much.
Well, now, Zilch, I'm sure that between friends we can speak honest of what these experiments are.
What do you mean? There were all kinds of experiments.
Well, you want to get as much information out of anybody that you possibly can. Is that what you said before?
Oh, well, it depends. I mean, some people we just captured so that we could see how certain arcane reactions would happen with them, or some of them were for experimenting with glyph wards and how carving them into flesh affects a being, and some of them were made to drink potions to see if they were safe for consumption of adventurers or even for ourselves.
God
Often they
damn,
were,
that's messed up,
but
Zilch.
it was still useful data.
Yes.
Zilch,
Oh,
I don't
well,
think
I
any
mean,
of
it
us
was
think that
never
that
drow.
is. What?
Well,
That
I
sounds
don't
terrible.
understand the problem.
That sounds morally bankrupt,
Why?
in my opinion. Did these people do something to
Zilch
you?
is just gonna like blink at you confusedly. He's gonna go, "You know what you're about to do, right?"
Oh yeah, we're about to destroy the place that we find to be the most evil in the Underdark. Because some place has to get destroyed in order to save the whole world. So
Zilch
that's
is
what
gonna
we're doing.
stop in place, and he's just gonna like look at you for a second. And Zilch is gonna seem a little out of character for a second. He just goes, "Mog, you can pretend to stand on some sort of moral high ground, but when it comes down to it, you're about to kill tens of thousands of people, including children, babies, innocent people."
hmm No doubt.
So who are you to stand there and judge what Master Vizeran is doing?
I think the difference is that we aren't doing it just for the sake of power.
Then what are you doing it for?
To save the world.
Oh, then why are you doing it in Menzoberranzan?
Because
I
they're
think
the
that
place
we've
we
been
think is
pushed
the most
into a
evil.
corner, Zilch.
Hmm.
Some
been
place
pushed
has
into
to
a
suffer
corner.
for this ritual to work. This is the only place that we can do it, A, without dying because of your boss, and B, it's the place we think is the worst.
I thought you all believed in Master Vizeran's vision like I did. If
I
you
mean,
don't
we're-
believe in it, why couldn't you have gone and sought out Gromf Bainray, or perhaps one of the other wizards on the surface? I know you've met some that could do this.
We did. They didn't help.
Did you? Did you ask them to do it?
Mhm.
Yes. We pleaded with them with one of their own on our side, and they still scoffed at us, as if the Underdark doesn't matter, as if this risk wasn't the risk of the whole planet.
Zilch is just gonna gesture and go, then perhaps consider for a moment that the experiments that Master Vizeran and I did will also be for the good of the Underdark someday. Those potions we're making will help people. These spells that we're developing, these runes that we're making. Sure, we've needed to do some bad things to some people, but as Master Vizeran always says, knowledge that we create can help people for thousands of years. And so if we inflict a few days of harm on one person, is it not worth it?
I don't mean to burst your bubble right
Maybe you're
back,
right.
Zilch, but I think that the only person who is ever going to come out on top of anything that Vizeran does is Vizeran himself. Or
And
a
everybody
very
that follows him.
close select individuals. Maybe 5, maybe 6. But it is all the same for any advanced magic user, Zilch. They only look to serve themselves, and it's all selfish, just like everybody on the surface that we talked to about this as well.
No, you
It's no
don't know
different.
Master Vizeran like I do. You haven't heard him speak. You haven't read his manifest. He has plans for Menzoberranzan, for the Drow. He's going to make us a stronger people.
Well, then I
Um,
think you should probably consider yourself lucky that you chose to follow him so close, because I'm sure that he'll have a very close share to you.
The Drow worship a demon lord right now. Is that the future you would have for them? Master Vizeran has found a way to change that.
I'm gonna
Well, maybe it'll all be worth it. Maybe you're right.
I'm gonna
We'll have to see.
while they're talking, I want to kind of like get either behind Zilch or out of Zilch's eyesight, but within Mog's eyesight. And I want to like look and gesture at Mog and do like this, like
Yes, your head smells like armpits, Zilch.
What?
Nothing.
Mog. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is pretty good. I don't know what you were trying to say.
Hmm.
I get it, but you know.
Yeah. I don't know how else to explain it.
I just
or-
look back at you. I'm like, what? I don't know what he smells. His brain.
That's all I'm gonna do. I don't want to.
My character hasn't taken a shower in so long.
I'm gonna make a Zilch perception check. Hold on.
Make a intelligence check, Mog.
I haven't taken a shower in so long. The wash pantomime is just not effective.
Zilch doesn't seem to notice this going on behind him. He does think you're acting a little strange, though.
How does this actually work? Because Mog Mog may know what I'm trying to say, but clearly Max does not.
Max knows what you're saying. He's saying Mog doesn't.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I know. I understand brainwash means, but Mog
Right.
doesn't take showers very much, so
Okay. Okay, so you understand.
Mug's a dirty, dirty boy.
Okay, so you're.
Like I said, the wash pantomime is not one that he'd be super familiar with.
Seems like you're
But
choosing not to know.
seems like we're all kind of on the same page, though. Silch is very much in the throes of Vizeran.
Right. But we do know that when we've checked in on him, it seems like he is brainwashed with magic.
Yeah, we all know that.
Okay. I was just hoping that we could do something about it. But
Is it
Oh.
magic?
Oh,
Jesus, Max.
I mean, that's like takes a lot of effort.
It's true. You got a
It
big
takes
day
a lot
ahead
of
of you.
effort.
I mean, taking one of my special lines, you know, how they get your head right.
Well,
But I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
I heard tales of one guy who
He is
he would
pretty.
load up a pipe and you would douse it with spider venom.
Oh
No, I
god.
heard that guy died.
Wild time
that
for
guy
that though.
died.
I heard he
Tales
shacked
of
up
an
with
old
the.
ancient
I thought he
warrior.
shacked up with an old woman who's pregnant with a xenomorph or something.
Yes, the spawn of the devil baby. I remember
Oh
that.
my
tale.
god, that whole situation is ridiculous.
I think that's how one of these demon lords came into being, isn't it?
Oh my god. The Demogorgon is born.
From Eldridge's poison spider seed.
Yeah. Oh god, I don't like it. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm down to walk the rest of the way
Yeah.
All right.
and figure out what we're doing once we get there.
As you are walking through the tunnel after a few more hours, Jim Jar's been oddly quiet. Usually him and Mog are always gibbering to each other about something, but
Count my
as
bag.
you're approaching, he goes, "Hey, guys, I just want to say, it's been great traveling with all you guys. You guys, I've never really had a lot of friends, and you guys are my best friends. I just want to say that."
You know, I like you a lot too, Jim Jar. You're a pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm. The coolest.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun, traveling around and stealing killing people that deserve it and stuff. And, sometimes you guys kill people that don't really deserve it, and that's a little messed up. But it's okay. I like you anyway.
Thanks, Jim Jar. I'm glad to know at least one of the gods smiles on me.
Jim Jar said that's messed up.
And Jim Jar kind of like scratches the back of his head, and he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Well, I think what Ozzy's getting at is your ability to take things is only gods would envy that ability.
Yeah, right.
I
yeah,
think
that's it.
anybody would envy it. Yeah. I think the gods would envy it too, though. You're right. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Almost to the point where some of them would wish the opportunity to have the same amount of fun as you do.
That's true. That's true. You are a free guy, you know that?
I tried, and I was free for a while.
You've been a great ally.
Yeah. Incredible one, some would say.
I tried, No need to, flatter me, guys. Come on, you're making me blush here.
You have a certain someone you're sweet on back home, Jim Jar?
Nah, it's not really how it works, man. We're all just kind of blinking our cousins up there.
Blinking our cousins.
Yeah,
Are you
gods are weirdly incestual, actually. It's kind of strange.
I'm gonna eyeball the drow. Is the drow still with us? What's his name?
Yeah, Zilch?
The Scarface one? Is he still
Yeah,
here?
Zilch. Yeah, he's there. He seems a little
I feel
confused.
like-
Does he know that?
No,
apparently
he does not.
Yeah. All right, let's probably not talk about this anymore.
Yes.
As we did make a promise.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you to
I would
see it
hate to.
through, Jim Jar, or are you...
Well, we'll talk when we get to the city.
You'll see it that far, at least.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys continue onward. And eventually, you exit this secret tunnel. And you find, true to Vizeran's word, that there seems to be a rampway that comes up out of one of the chasms in the southwestern part of the city. and it will lead you to one of the upper districts that you guys were talking about, one of the noble quarters. And following the map provided to you by Vizaran, given to Azzy, you guys are able to make your way up a series of cliffs, and you start climbing higher and higher. These pathways are not occupied by the drow. And it seems like while there are some very, very old tracks and footprints, maybe people come up here just to hang out or to go on walks or hikes or whatever, there is no buildings or any kind of infrastructure. And so eventually you find a beautiful looking vista overlooking the city, and X marks the spot. This is where Vizarang would like you to make the ritual circle. And you look out over the entirety of Menzo Baranzan from up here. I'll get you over there on the map. You are
Whoa,
ready to
cool.
build your ritual circle.
All right.
Crazy,
This,
bro.
this is the spot. We should have some lookouts, yes, because not everyone's going to be needed for this, correct, Zilch?
Oh, yes, not everybody. Here, I'll get started. Hand me some of the chalk from that basket.
Take it out of the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of chocolate.
Zilch is gonna get started. It's like etching runes and like drawing, and he's working at it. Looks like it's probably take a little while to do though.
All right, I'm gonna keep keen watch, looking around, seeing what's going on.
Yeah. Jim Jar
Is this like a
going
cliff
to,
face right here?
Yep, that's a cliff, and that's the city over there that you can see from up high on the cliff.
Huh.
Jim Jar is gonna kind of like watch as all this happens, and he goes, "Guys, I gotta tell you something. I already kind of talked to Mog about this, but there's some rules. Hey, Zilch, could you do me a favor? What? You know, could you make one of those like darkness clouds? You know, just like zero yourself out for a minute for me." And Zilch is like, "What? Why?" And Jim's just gonna make a persuasion check.
Convince him.
Try to get him to zero himself out here. Persuasion.
Hey, we can go into the nightmare timeshare.
And Zilch is gonna be like, no, I'm kind of busy. And Jim Jar's gonna be like, and he like looks at you guys.
This is awkward.
Anyways,
Jim Jar like,
Oh yeah, let's go over here.
eh.
Now you
And
understand
Jim Jar seems a little
gestures.
frustrated.
Well, I understand Jim Jar's
Follows
gestures for sure.
all of you. So you guys kind of walk. You can walk a little ways off and like get out of the sight of Zilch and everything. And Jim Jar is just gonna say, "Yeah, guys, what's about to happen is gonna be a little high profile. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of eyes on this
Makes sense.
upstairs.
especially once we kick it off.
I can't really be. Yeah, I'm not gonna really be able.
No,
to
I
be
kind of
part of it,
expected as much. To be honest, I was amazed you made it this far.
But I know, me too, to be honest. But I suspect, maybe sending that other guy up there for the time being probably helped a little bit. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Actually, that's probably really bad.
Yeah, I figured
There's
that
no
would
way
probably
that's
come to
good.
bite
Anyway,
you in
I'll
the
deal with
ass.
that.
Yes. Well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of paperwork when I get back upstairs. That's for sure.
Before you go, Jim Jar, could I give you a hug?
Of course
I'm
you
probably-
can, pal.
Hell
Bring it in.
yeah! I give Jim Jar a hug.
Jim Jar
I
gives you a
pick him
hug.
up with it. I swing him around a little bit.
He enthusiastically hugs you. He knows this is like the last time he has in the material realm. He's gonna move around and try to hug each of you in turn. If you
Certainly
accept
not
it,
Varen
again.
today.
we're gonna push him away.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna take a nice big hug.
And as you let go of the hug, Mog, you feel the weight of something drop into the pocket of your robe, and you realize you've been reverse pickpocketed by Jim Jar.
I was just gonna say.
you
Go
reach
ahead.
in and find Jim Jar's bag of holding.
Yo!
Oh snap!
Jim Jar
Hey,
winks at you and goes.
That's a last ditch weapon right there.
Jim Jar winks at you and goes, "Give that a minute before you open it, okay? Let me finish up here first."
Nice.
Absolutely.
Jimjar's going to take a look over the edge, look out over the city of Menzo Branson. He's going to sigh deeply, and he's going to turn back to you guys. Well, I guess this is it.
Yes. Well, suppose glittering gold is best friend I know.
I guess I want
Well.
to watch out for stealing things from people, I guess.
He never could stop me. He still won't be able to stop me. Let's be honest.
Hey, Jim Jar,
Yes, Chagall?
want to make a bet?
I'm way ahead of you, pal. Because you know what? I bet you guys can do this.
Oh, come on.
And,
That's too easy.
As Jimjar says that, all you guys feel this like strange magic radiate out from Jimjar, and he starts to float. And he floats out over the edge of the cliff, and you see Jimjar's form begin to dissolve, and he glows a bright, glimmering gold as his form falls away, revealing a slightly taller but still deep gnome, dressed in fantastic over-the-top gold garb. He's holding a golden scepter with wings on it, and you feel his magic wash over you as his final words saying he bets you can do this wash over you, and all of you receive a blessing of wound closure that will last until your next long rest.
Shit.
Sweet.
A blessing of wound closure? Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, what is that? What does that do?
So the blessing of wound closure.
It doesn't heal this
if
hole in
you
my
are
heart.
downed. If you are downed, you will automatically be stabilized at the start of your turn, and when you regain hit points, you get to roll one of your hit dice and add it to the healing to add additional healing. As well.
Oh, goddamn.
Like that.
That's pretty dope. Goddamn. Thank
I'm
you,
gonna-
Jimjar.
I'm going to call out and I'm going to say, in Jim Jar, I bet you never forget your time with us.
Ooh.
That's a bet I'm not going to take, pal, because you're right. And with that, Garl Glittergolds, the true aspect of Jimjar, disappears, and he returns to the halls of deity.
I'm not crying.
Yes. Crumb never cries.
Well,
Yeah, I just
we
had
have
to,
a
I
job
just
to
had to
do,
go to the
don't we?
bathroom. I'm not.
After Cum says that, I'm going to look over and say, you cry a lot in your sleep, actually. And then I'm gonna walk
Bad dreams.
That's fucked up.
And as you're walking back towards the ritual, you're going to hear another voice call out to you from the nearby ramp up to the cliff that you came up. Let's go, I just saw a flash of light. What the hell was that? And you all turn to see a very familiar looking drow walking up towards you.
There he is.
Well, we were putting on a show to say goodbye to an old, long friend.
He looks around. He goes, the little guy.
The precise one.
He nods. Goes, well, hopefully he's going somewhere better than what's about to happen here.
Surely I can guarantee you he is.
Yes.
I almost didn't come, but, had to see this through to the end. We started this journey together. We have to end it. By the way, there's a bunch of other people. Some of them I don't recognize. You guys
There's
know
premonitions.
Yeah,
guys-
shall we go say hi to
you
everyone?
guys know a turtle? By chance?
Yo.
Ah, God, he's not here, is he truly? I hated that guy.
I'm afraid so.
I run and
Raphael.
tackle him. I just like start beating him up.
Raphael gets knocked onto his back because he's a turtle, and you're just like punching him, and he's like, "Crumb, please, I can't get up."
Upon seeing Raphael show up, I'm gonna go over to Zilch and say, "Can I speed this up somehow with you?"
Oh, yes, here, you can help me, and he like holds out a scroll to you, and he shows you some more runes and stuff that you can draw up and everything.
Yeah, start doing that.
Oh shit, Raphael's here?
Yep.
We're play fighting right now.
I'm still gonna keep a
Then,
lookout.
I'm gonna pull him
you
up.
hear, "Do you need any more help, Chagall, by chance?" As Rowan makes her way
Oh,
up to the
snap.
plateau. She's gonna come over and offer to help you
Rowan,
guys.
unfortunately, I don't think that you should sully your hands with this deed of drawing this very circle.
No, I've thought about it, and this is the best chance that these slaves have had to get away. I've spread the word. As soon as the ritual begins, there's going to be a coordinated evacuation.
Good.
I've already
Hell
put some
yeah.
people I trust in charge. We're going to get out as
God,
many
were
of
we
the
right
slaves
to-
as we can.
Good work.
You're
We
the
were so
finest
right
of
to
all.
invest in you. God damn.
I'm going to go over to Rowan and take one of her hands, and I'm going to place
Oh, I walk over.
Hmm.
the last candle of invocation that I have in her hand.
She seems to
And say-
recognize this. Yeah. Go on.
I think that you may need this after this more than I will. It is a gift from Maliki herself.
I know what this is. This channels the power of the Woodland Realm itself. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to give me such a wonderful artifact?
Yes, again, I I don't think I'll need it after this.
Hmm. I think that you don't give yourself enough credit. I'm sure that she has plans for you after this.
Well, if she doesn't have plans for me, hopefully she has plans for the people I've been able to impact here.
We will see.
In the Underdark.
Perhaps her plans will be for you in the Woodland Realm instead. Only time will tell.
Yes.
Meanwhile, more people are arriving. Yet another familiar form. Trailed by a second Kuotua, Shushar the Awakened makes his way up on.
Ah, this
Dude.
guy, he doesn't
Oh,
even
boy.
fight! He doesn't even do anything!
I had to
Good
come
to see
and
you,
see the
Shushar.
end of your wonderful, wonderful journey that you've been on. And hopefully my people can lend some assistance, of course.
I'm
Yes.
sure Mog can use one of the nets.
Yes, your sweet, sweet nets shall catch demons this day.
As you know, I personally do not fight, but I have brought my good friend and captain of the city guard of Slubladop, Glubaluga, to fight for you.
Glooba
And a giant fucking ripped Kuotua is going to step up next to him, and he just goes,
Yo, what?
Yo, you're hired.
What?
Hell yeah.
Avengers. Assemble. Frog guy. Ooh.
Dude, give it up for Gluba Yuba, dude. What the hell?
Hell yeah, dude.
What kind of fighter does he seem to be?
He's holding two giant-looking fish hooks in either
Mm,
hand,
go
and both of them have
barbarian,
ropes
bro.
hanging off of the end of them. You're not sure what he's gonna do with them, though.
Interesting.
He seems like a crazy one, and I'm all about it.
Yeah.
That guy looks like a fucking barbaric fighter if anybody had a chance of being one.
Shushar is going to approach you, Mog. Also, there's something from our mutual patron as well. And he's going to reach into a pouch, and he pulls out what appears to be a glimmering blue dragon scale that he hands to you.
Oh, sick.
Oh, hell yeah.
What is this?
Well, I spoke to Nyamalototh, and he says that if you invoke the power of the scale, you will be able to channel an aspect of him, albeit just for a short time. But he said to tell you that this is the aid in your battle that he promised you.
It's pretty legit.
Awesome. Channel an aspect of Nyamalototh. Dope. Sick. Thank you, Shushar.
Next up. Of course, my friend. I shall be at your side till the very end. This I swear.
I hope. Excellent. Hope he doesn't eat too many of your babies.
Oh, it is fine. He takes only what we can spare to give.
It's a pretty sweet deal.
Next up, we have someone you haven't seen for quite a while, actually. A deep gnome comes striding up.
No.
Torbo.
Torbo.
2 short swords strapped at his sides, very expensive looking studded leather armor on his torso. Dorbo Diggermatok, leader of the Deep Gnomes of Blingdenstone, arrives, and he takes a look around and he goes, "What is all this nonsense? I told we were coming here to kill demons."
Oh, demons we shall slay.
Right. Well, I brought my boys. They're downstairs with, the fish people and those dwarves from Gauntlegrim and, those weird mushrooms. You guys got some weird friends.
There's some mushrooms?
Yes. Thank you for coming.
Oh, yes. Myconids grow quite quickly, and I've been training some of them. I figured they might be able to help us in the battle to come, Zareth says.
That was good planning.
Anyway, we're gonna throw these damn demon lords back into the abyss, just like we did that stupid jelly monster or whatever the hell he was.
Yes.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my friend.
And Dorbo's gonna take his place with the others, and then, last and probably least, a Keeper of the Flame from the city of Gracklestug arrives. And you don't quite recognize him, but you can assume this is a representative of your frenemy Timberchod down in Gracklestug. And he's going to walk up to you guys. He's going to give a little bow at the waist. He's going to go, "I have come representing Timberchod of the city of Gracklestug. I have brought troops representing his interests from the city. And I've been told to tell you that this fulfills his promise to you, and that he will never help you in any way again after this battle."
That makes sense.
Excellent news.
And so, all of your allies have assembled that you have gathered throughout your journey, and they seem to have brought some additional forces with them to help you. Is there anything that you want to say or ask of anybody before they go down to organize their troops before the ritual?
Yes. So once we start this ritual, it is our plan to kind of hang back, to be honest, and let the demon lords slug it out. One of the things that we're looking out for, Mog, what was the demon lord that actually has a vendetta against us?
Leather Daddy Gratz.
Gratz. So the demon lord Gratz may have a specific vendetta against us, and if he identifies where we are, we can expect some demon forces in reserve. So my request to you all is to be ready to defend us in our hiding spot, and as well as to try to lay low to not draw attention until it is time to jump on the last demon lord together all at once. Does that sound like a plan to you guys?
One by one, your allies nod at you. Rowan speaks up. "I know a place where we've been gathering all of the forces. There are quite a few of them, so we've been hiding in that cave down there. I can't promise that we'll be able to protect the approach up to your ritual circle if we're going to keep our presence hidden, but we will be ready to enter the city at your side when you descend."
Okay. So again, I only care about after the demon lords get started. Once we've summoned them, And if they start making their way up here, you can break cover and fight them off and hold them off at a narrow pass is fine. I don't want us to get fully involved in this Demon Lord fight. Does that make sense?
Very well. We'll see what we can do, but we won't enter the city until we receive your signal.
Excellent. That's all we're
Um,
asking for, really.
Do we need to, like protect this seal at all?
Not once it's done, I don't think. I just don't think we can leave once they're all here without getting spotted.
Right. And we're
Oh
not
yes,
totally
Master
sure what
says
their
that we
tactics will
should
be.
probably sit tight up here until the battle with the Demon Lords is complete. Then we can take a good accounting of the situation in the city and plan what we need to do accordingly.
I'm just
Well,
worried about
he
Demon
only-
Lords escaping.
He only
Exactly.
wants to do that because he wants the most destruction possible.
Well, assuming the Demogorgon is the final victor, we need to know where he is after the battle concludes so that we can go to him.
Isn't the
That's-
Demogorgon like
that's
3
true.
stories tall or 4 stories tall or 5 stories tall or some shit?
Exactly. That's why this is the perfect place to see him from.
I just think we'd probably be able to see him from anywhere, but yeah.
If we are going to take on the Demigorgon, perhaps it would be better to not be under his foot as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think one of us or two of us are going to have to be there anyways, but yeah.
Rowan,
Yes?
what can I do to assure the most people survive?
I'm afraid that there's no time for any more preparation, but I promise you, ever since you left the city, I've been doing everything that I can to prepare as many people as I could. There will most certainly still be casualties, unfortunately, but we've done all that we could.
I think because of this whole wound closure thing, do I need to do the do I need to have the Ring of the Living Wall? Seems
Well,
to
just-
You?
It
That
just
does a different
stabilizes you.
purpose, doesn't it?
huh?
Yeah. So the Ring of the Living Wall, correct me if I'm wrong, but that helps you to get in the way of damage that would have dropped somebody to 0, right?
Correct.
So would that drop you to 0?
It would drop me to 0 if like it's enough.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not a guarantee. It's just because
Correct.
they were low enough, not
Yeah.
because it would drop you as well.
Correct.
The wound closure thing does something different. It doesn't
Right.
stop anybody from getting to 0 HP. It just keeps you from death saves once you're there.
Exactly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. But like, it's only 25 feet, and
I think that is literally a game-changing ability, and you should keep it.
okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah, it keeps people from getting downed a lot.
Well, it's
It has done
one
so
time
many
you-
times. Okay, well, that's one time that's
Yeah,
a
but it can
person's
also
not going
put
to
you
be down.
in a particular location.
That's
Yeah,
true. Too.
it's
To really hurt the fuck out of
variability
something.
is
Okay. I don't even think I have anything else that would take its place, honestly.
I mean, also at this point, to attune to anything, it would. You'd
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that's
rest.
long. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a long rest to attune something new.
word.
Jesse, if you can remind me what the scroll of mind defense does again.
It gives you advantage against saving throws for being frightened or charmed.
For how long?
1 hour.
Towards the end of the ritual, when this is going off, I'm going to use that on Crumb.
Okay, do you want to use that when you do the ritual, or would you like to use that like when you're preparing to go down into the city, like towards the end of the fight? Because you don't know how long the demon lords will be fighting for.
Towards the end of the fight.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
we have a
got it.
few, honestly.
At the
don't we?
at the very last
Or at least
moment, I'm going to.
Just keep in mind, you're about to unleash a fucking demon lord battle royale, so it's
Yeah.
not going to be quick.
right. Yeah, at the very last moment, I'm gonna pop that on Crumb.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other instructions for your allies, or like if you wanted to, you could probably ask one or two of them to stay with you if you wanted, but that would obviously
Weaken the city forces.
weaken the city forces, but that's up to you.
Does anybody have the like ascending ability?
Oh, like message or something like
Yeah.
that? Are you asking that to the group?
Yes.
Well,
Does any of the
Can we
helpers
get-
have that? Because I don't have
let's
that.
the Corto,
at
I
least
mean,
let's
not
give this
the
armor away to people that can use it. I just pull out all the armor we got from Gracklestock. I'm like, hey, put this to good use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a breastplate.
We get in the bag
Raphael
of
will
holding. We got
definitely walk
plates,
over.
war maces. We got Captain Black Skull's hammer. We
Yeah.
got the
Let's
fire
get all that in
hammer
the
from the
fight. Let's
king.
not
We
have
got
any
the
of that
king's plate.
sitting.
Yeah, let's get all this in here so people start wearing this shit. And I just dump it all out.
Crumb, I have half a platoon of the finest of Gauntlegrim's warriors. I'm sure they could make use of this full plate.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. All this stuff.
So Raphael will definitely collect those suits of heavy plate that you guys have, and
Yeah, I
some of
got
the heavy weapons
I got
as well
half
that you
plate
took
as
from
well.
the dwarves.
Yeah, we're just dumping everything out. Yeah. Here, use everything. To Rowan, I give these 2 things I've been holding on to since like one of the first sessions from Stool. These are spores of paralysis. Use these on people if you need to get some people out.
Yeah, that dwarven plate, Jesse, was +2, by the way.
Yep, +2 dwarven plate. I've got it.
Okay, very cool.
And then, yeah, Rowan will take them and be like, they incapacitate somebody. What use could I have for these?
Someone's chasing a group of slaves. Knock them out with this and get away.
Suppose that might be useful, but
It's a
I'm not going
non-lethal
to
way to
be
get rid of
leading the
somebody.
slaves out of the city. I'm going to be at your
I
side fighting the demons.
All right, well, never mind then. I'm gonna take out
I do
that gold
appreciate it,
coin
though.
gown. I'm gonna put it on.
Can't wear that. It's made out of metal. Take that
You
off.
put on 900 gold coins worth of fucking
Yeah.
coins on
Instantly,
your body.
I don't.
It
I
weighs
don't
70
like it.
pounds.
Ugh,
Yeah,
nope,
and you
nope.
can't cast
Oh,
druid spells anymore. Take that
man,
off.
it felt cool for a second.
You
I
could
could
probably
wear
open Jim Jar's bag of holding if you wanted.
I was just gonna
Now-
say maybe
now
he
that
has
he's
some
gone.
good shit.
I'll
in
take
there,
a
too.
quick. I'll take a quick peek.
Yeah, now that he's had his minute to be gone.
You look into Jim Jar's bag of holding, and it is full of all kinds of shit that Jim Jar has stolen throughout the entirety of the campaign.
Damn it, bro.
There is easily thousands of gold worth of jewelry and
Just been
gems,
hoarding.
expensive furniture, silver candlesticks, plates, knives, forks, all kinds of shit Jim Jar's just been tucking away throughout your whole adventure.
He's
There
stealing
is
silverware?
there is easily like 15,000 gold worth of just miscellaneous shit Jim Jar has stolen. In addition to that, in gold itself, Jim Jar has about 3,700 gold pieces inside. And one other thing that you find, a book that doesn't seem to be like the other things.
the son of that fucking book. Is it that book?
You pull out a book, and it is labeled in gold leaf on the front of a leather bound journal. It says, Glitter Gold's Betting Book.
Oh, never mind.
Yo! It's his bookkeep.
Am I gonna be like Biff from Back to the Future?
You look at this book, and as you lay your hands on it, Mog, it's the knowledge of what it does seems to magically just enter your mind as if it was willed to you specifically. And you know that once per day, you can put 250 gold coins into this book to flip a coin. If you get the favorable result on the coin flip, you receive the lucky feat for the day. If not, you lose the gold coin.
Do it right now. Do it right now.
Yeah, I for sure flip a coin.
All
Add
right,
200
go
gold
ahead
pieces.
and let's have you roll 1d100. If you get above 50, you succeed. If you get below 50, you fail.
Whoa, snap! That's a lot of pressure.
What about evens or odds, Jesse?
I think this is more fun.
No, that's what I mean though. In the 1d100.
Over 50 is a
You can
success.
do evens odds. You pick. You want evens odds or do you want above below 50?
I'm rolling 100.
Ah!
Oh, unfortunately, your 250 gold coins disappears into the book, and you have lost the bet.
Does
Damn the
that
glitter gold.
does that work for anyone or just one time for one person?
The book seems to have magically attuned itself to Mog. However,
okay.
it does not seem to be occupying an attunement slot.
That's a god
Cool.
boon right
You just
there.
got.
Goddamn.
Cool.
You have received a
gave me the
god loot
level up.
effect.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's wild. That's a cool ass book. Hell yeah.
Really glad I texted Jesse like 5 years ago to see if I could go on an adventure with JJ.
Yeah, that was a good fucking move. You didn't even know he was god yet then.
Does that money go to Ginger, you think?
Probably. Appears in his pockets.
Sucker.
That little shit's getting money from us even now. Only pay him with his own gold. He stole.
He left you so much money. I was loosely keeping track of all the shit he stole for like 2 years, and then I was like, I can't do
It's
it
too
anymore.
much.
There's just so
It's
much
too
stuff. So I just started approximating.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I will have you know, I made sleight of hand rolls for almost everything he
Hell
stole as well,
yeah.
by the way. He's just really fucking good at
It's
it.
a good thief.
He did get caught a couple times. I don't know if you noticed, but there were times he was like, guys, we shouldn't go there.
Yeah, I do remember sometimes. Hey, we gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah, we
God.
gotta go.
Sweet.
Yep, so you've received that. How many pieces of plate did you give me, Mog? Just so I know how many people to equip.
2
I don't
full
remember how many
plates.
plates you stole.
Yeah, 2 plus 1 full plates, and then 1 plus 2 half plate.
Yeah.
And then no one took the king's
Plus
plate,
two
right?
Half plate.
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's
Crumb,
a
did
plus.
you grab that?
That's a
at all,
plus
maybe?
4
What one?
plate.
Did
King
you take
Horgon
that
Steel
plate?
Shadows plate.
You might want that, bro. Plus 4 plate armor?
I think I have that. Let me
I
look
would.
at
That
my-
makes sense. We gave it to you. Fucking dwarven plus 4 plate. I can't imagine we didn't.
Why do I have?
Unless we
I
had
have
a better one.
Dwarven plus 2 plate. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I am totally fine with retconning that we gave that to Crumb. I don't know how
Yeah.
we
So
dropped
it's,
that.
I don't
it's
know why
plus
you
2
wouldn't have it.
dwarven plate.
Oh, it's only plus
Oh,
2? I
It's
thought it
plus
was
2
plus 4.
dwarven plate. But a plus 2 dwarven plate is effectively plus 4 plate because dwarven plate gives plus 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it says
okay.
in addition, an effect moves against your will along the ground. You can use your reaction to reduce the distance
Okay.
you move by 10 feet.
That's
I
okay.
assume that's
shit.
the.
So you're wearing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. All right, so
What's your AC
what
now?
My AC right now is 24.
Steel Shadows fire hammers?
Word.
Anyone using that?
Nope. I mean,
Then there was stone guards, full plates, 3 of those.
and what were we doing? Just cutting bodies up and ripping off the armor? Jesus.
Yeah. Yep, for a couple minutes for sure.
Okay, I'll distribute those to your army.
Yeah, so that
when it
is
happens.
so that's a pretty good
We
amount.
really had our way with those evil dwarves, huh?
I mean,
Sure
we
did.
gave them a chance, and they weren't having it.
Instead, they went full SWAT team on our hotel room.
Yeah, for real. They didn't even know who they were coming after. It was like the Matrix.
To be fair, you did overthrow the government after they failed to catch you, so they weren't wrong.
No, they weren't wrong. They were just on the wrong side.
True.
But they were correct. We were dangerous.
Well, they had a fucking succubus.
You know, I even told them that they were going to be on the wrong side of history, and they were.
You know, it's funny
At least
how
this
often
far.
you let people know that and they just dig deeper.
They just keep going down that track, man. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what people say about us in a few centuries.
Well, hopefully we're alive to. Oh wait, no, I'll definitely be dead. I guess I won't care.
We'll see.
You don't know that.
Well,
You can get
I'm ready to-
immortality.
Zilch,
I'm
how
gonna
you
look
doing
at
over
Crumb
there?
and be like, listen, maybe you
Almost
get that.
done.
I'm out.
Almost
Just
done.
finishing up the final
Oh,
touches here.
snap. Okay.
So if there's nothing else, your allies will head down to join your forces, ready to enter the city.
Here we go.
Off they go, leaving you to finish up the ritual. Whenever you guys are ready, we can kick it off.
I mean, I'm ready.
I'm good.
And we could just get like a couple rounds in of it, maybe a couple more in a couple rounds. I don't know. I'd be down
We
though.
will see.
I think I'm ready.
All right, we're all ready to begin the final sequence of events of our campaign we've been running for what, 6 years?
Long time.
Long time, bro.
All right. I'm going to have you all gathered around the circle here to do this.
Yes.
And here we go. Let me make sure I get all of this sound stuff right here.
I'm so fucking hype. Master music volume up. Yes.
Here we go. Just let me know if this is too loud or too quiet.
Nah, I got control on my side. You're good, dude.
Your party stands above the city of Menzoberranzan. Down below, the tens of thousands of drow who call the city home go about their day. Slaves toil in the fields and in the streets, hauling goods or performing simple tasks for their masters. Above, your group finishes the preparations laid out for you by Vizaran. The magical runes and circle etched into the ground and supplemented with the magical reagents provided to you by the wizard. As you complete the list of the provided instructions, a flash of arcane energy emits from the circle. It begins to glow more fiercely, and you feel energy sparking the air around you. Finally, the ritual completes. A sickening, tearing sound erupts that reverberates through the entire city as a series of portals open above the city. You are all greeted with a sight that you have not seen in several years. Not since your original escape from Velkenjelf, and then later from Slubladop, as the horrifying visage of the Demogorgon appears amongst the skyline of Menzoberranzan. He lets out a tremendous roar of outrage as a sickly bolt of green energy shoots up, striking one of the two baboon heads of the Prince of Demons. He lets out another roar of outrage as he strikes down with a massive tentacle, leveling an entire city block and striking the form of Orcus, demon lord of the undead. In a separate part of the city, you see the large minotaur-like form of Baphomet, the Prince of Beasts. He charges toward a hulky, stubby-formed giant that you recognize as calls Chi-Chi, the Prince of Wrath. As the Minotaur charges forward, leaving a track of devastation behind him, he swings down with a battle axe the size of an entire city inn. The giant knocks aside the blow, and the axe cleaves a large rift into what you recognize as the neighborhood of Deathclaw. The entire cavern shakes violently as the Demogorgon lashes out again at Orcus with its massive tentacle arms. Spells of caustic rain and acid rain down upon the demon prince, dissolving buildings and searing the skin of the baboon-like creature. The battle rages on, for nigh unto an hour. Chunks of stone raining down from the ceiling, as the fury of 6 demon lords locked in combat devastates nearly the entire city. Buildings are leveled. Towers collapse. Fortresses fall. People die. Several times, you witness groups of drow magi and soldiers desperately trying to steer the battle away from critical infrastructure or from the noble houses, only to see them struck down in an instant, their spells having little, if any, effect. Finally, the first of the demon lords fall. Baphomet and close Chi-Chi have been exchanging blows of terrible strength, but finally, the fury of the Prince of Rage overcomes the Prince of Beasts, as Baphomet is pinned to the ground, and a devastating final stomp banishes him back into the abyss. Orcus and the Demogorgon continue exchanging spells and blows, neither able to land a critical hit. You turn your attention back to Kos Chi-Chi to find him dying. The wounded, rampaging giant's body has been split by a massive cut, and his body fades back into the abyss. You consider what could have finished off the demon, but before you can think of it, you receive your answer. In a puff of black smoke, and with a surge of power, a towering figure with dark skin falls to one knee before you. A massive, sinewy sword pointing into the ground. He looks up at you with eyes of pitch black, his mouth snarling in rage.
You pitiful fools have ruined everything!
The Dark Prince shouts.
That short-sighted skank Malconteth still would not listen to reason. She insisted on throwing herself on my blade, rather than dealing with the one responsible for this madness. Together, we could have stopped this. We could have ruled the Underdark and created a paradise of debauchery and lust that would have made my palaces in the abyss look like a nunnery. But instead, you've chosen this foolishness. At least I can kill you myself before that damned baboon beast finds me.
Roll for initiative.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That was awesome. Really cool.
Come on, hi.
That was so dope. God damn.
Oh, I didn't even add my thingy. It's been so
Yeah,
long.
dude. That was really cool, man.
I have a 20.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
We get Zilch back involved here. Haven't rolled for Zilch in quite a while.
Rich, how you rolling over here?
Oh
dude?
wow.
Huh?
Ugh.
I rolled a 18, but I forgot to add my 5.
23.
Yeah. I forgot to add
Alright,
my actual
so
initiative, so it's a 20.
I got to 11.
11 for Azzy.
I do have the demon sword out though.
Interesting that we
Right,
have
and then we
Azzy.
have 23 for Crumb. 12 for Mug.
12 for Mug.
And 17 for Shigal.
Alright, Crumb.
I'm just
Okay.
glad he gets to be here for the final battle.
I just need to go first.
And go first you do, Crumb, as Graz the Dark Prince has manifested before you. And it seems like you're not going to kill just one, but at least 2 Demon Lords on this day. But fortunately for you, the Dark Prince looks heavily wounded. He is covered in scratches and scorch marks all over his body. He's clearly been in battle with Malconteth, the Demon Queen of Succubi, and from which he emerged victorious, but not unscathed. And so it looks like he's not going to be fighting you at full strength, fortunately.
That's good.
What would you like to do?
With my bonus action, I'm going to not take any chances and reach into my little pouch and take the potion of mind shielding that I had purchased from what's his name?
You are currently under the effects of Shigal's scroll of mind shielding.
Oh, I thought
Um,
we were gonna use that later.
He specified that he wanted it to happen towards the end of the demon battle, so it would be reasonable to say
Okay,
he would have
so-
cast it by now.
Okay.
So, Shigal, you are concentrating on that scroll currently.
Okay. I will forego that, and I.
That affects all of us, right?
Was it an individual or was it a mass mind shielding scroll, Shigal?
I think it's.
I think it was just individual because I just
Yeah.
have in here as scrolls of mind defense.
Right, yeah, so it would just be on Crumb at this time.
Okay, cool.
Crumb's going to. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I'm gonna do something I haven't done before.
Oh,
I'm going to raise the King's Hammer, and I'm going to summon a fire elemental.
The Forge Hammer of Gracklestug.
You got it.
Alright, you raise the Forge Hammer of Gracklestug above your head, and as you channel its magic, you hear a sound like a massive hammer ringing on an anvil that just reverberates through the city. Let me get you a fire elemental here.
Look up fire elemental, fire elemental.
Where's my fire elemental? Shigal's fire elemental. Oh, here it is. Swoop. And let me get this under your control.
I assume that counts as an action.
Yes, to summon the fire elemental is an action. And you are concentrating on that now, just so you know.
Okay.
All the conjure elemental rules apply. You should be able to control that guy now.
Okay.
You can roll initiative for it. If you need its stat block, it is just the standard fire elemental stat block.
Okay. Initiative. It's just what, Dex?
Yep, Dex plus your roll.
15.
Okay, fire elemental has a 15. Got it.
When I do concentration spells, do I add my what modifier is that? That's Constitution.
It's a Constitution saving throw if you are struck.
Oh man, I don't think I can fail.
With a DC of either 10 or half the damage you take. Whatever's higher.
Whatever's higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess that is my action. Let's see. Okay, this is action.
So much leather.
Leather Daddy has arrived.
He's got so much leather.
Jesse, are his nipples pierced?
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna move right here. And I can't.
Oh, you know what I
Right.
just realized that I don't like? He's got 7 fingers and a thumb.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
it's unsettling.
Hmm.
It's too many fingers.
I would hope he's
Mm.
unsettling. He's a demon prince of the abyss.
Yeah, I'm still scared for sure.
It's a 6 sword he's got, though.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be my turn.
Okay, it is Shigal's turn next.
Well, since I am concentrating on this spell,
Yeah.
I'm going to right away drop the concentration because I'm turning on the team. Actually, I'm not doing that. I'm joking around.
What a time for an epic betrayal.
I am, however, going to take a couple steps back, 5, 10, 15. And so I pulled up and I started blasting. Eldritch Blast, baby.
Hell yeah.
Blast.
The classic. 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Nice.
26 to hit. 18 to hit.
No, that does not hit.
Okay.
Okay, so 22 to 18.
Yes, great. Yes, even better actually. Two force damage as those Eldritch Blasts putter off of my fingertips.
He barely seems to notice.
Yes,
Fuck.
great. That is good. That is good because then you guys get to have all of the fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely good.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna end my turn because I don't really.
Hey,
have
at least it was
too
only
much
a
of
cantrip.
bonus action. Yeah.
As you end your turn, Grazd, having received 2 points of damage, is going to stomp a foot, and he's going to command in a voice that reverberates through the entirety of this area. Grovel! and all of you are going to have to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh god.
Sorry, not wisdom, charisma. Charisma.
Oh, yo!
no,
Holy shit! It's the
I think
first
you meant
time.
wisdom, though, right?
It's the first time in the
Jesus
whole campaign that I've had to make a charisma saving throw in front of a demon lord.
I got a 16 around that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you have like, is that? I'm concentrating on this fucking spell for you.
Yeah.
Does that do anything?
It's for fear,
Actually, yes,
bro.
Crumb, you would have advantage on this because of the mind defense spell.
Oh,
that-
Thank you.
Oh,
The whole reason I didn't do anything that turn.
Oh,
that's
it's worse.
worse.
I know you
You
want,
know the
Dan.
14
Charisma
What are you
is
gonna
a dumb
do?
stat for most, literally everybody else.
oh, and then good luck, Zilch. Nope.
Oh, my
Wizard-
God, fellas.
Wizard, bad charisma. Fire elemental as well, unless it's immune to charm. I don't know if it's immune to charm. Let's see.
Oh,
Does
has
Chagall
anybody
have
got
to
advantage
do
against
that?
charm? I thought Drow did.
No.
He is not
Wait.
immune to charm.
Not
Wait.
immune, but advantage
Wait.
against, like resistance.
He is immune to prone, so he's good.
Wait.
All right.
Wait.
What? What?
I do have advantage against being charmed.
Hey, there we go. I was like,
There
a
you
lot
go.
of races have
You
that.
can roll with advantage.
Holy shit.
What about... No, the tieflings don't.
No.
Damn it.
20!
Hey.
You fail. Chagall,
Oh my god.
Crumb, and Mog,
Yeah.
and Zilch. All of you collapse to the ground in supplication to the Dark Prince as he commands you to grovel. And you fall
That's not
prone.
great. We should have asked for other people to come up here and fail this charisma save with us.
Yeah, we should have
Um,
kept that fucking healer, bitch. What the fuck?
Or the big fish guy who was jacked.
That said, Mog, you spend your turn groveling. And then it is the Dark Prince's turn.
I'm so
Oh,
startled.
yo, what? It's his turn? That was just like a legendary action or something. Oh, fuck.
And he is going to dash forward lightning quick into the midst of
Oh,
the
God.
three of you. He shoots forward as a dark blur, and you are groveling on the ground, Mog, as he swings his sinewy sword down upon you.
Fuck.
And he is going to hit you with it as he slashes down. You're going to take 13 magical slashing and 8 acid damage. He swings again, and that hits you as well. You take 20 more slashing damage and 12 acid damage.
Oh, God, it just gets worse.
He pivots and he swings down at Crumb. What's your AC, Crumb?
24.
It's so bad.
He still hits.
That was like 50 damage.
Crumb, you're going to take 22 slashing damage and 13 acid damage.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna die.
Okay. I'm going to parry one of them.
So that is a total of 35 damage, so it's going to be a DC 17 concentration
Yeah,
check.
let me parry first.
You can parry, yep. Absolutely.
Well,
Well, can you parry if you're prone?
I mean that's a good question.
Let me see.
It doesn't say you can't.
I mean, you can
but
make a
that
melee
might be-
attack if
As
you're
long as
doesn't
you
say
can
that
use a
on the thing.
reaction, you should be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
I've
reaction.
actually never heard of battle
You take a
masters
reaction
being
if prone.
limited by prone.
Yes, you can. You can parry.
All right.
Hell
So
yeah,
I use
bro.
one of them. My parry. So it's a D. So again, Jesus Christ.
Should be a D12 at this point, right?
I think it is.
I don't think
no,
you
it's a
ever
D10.
multi-class. Oh, fuck.
It is a D10.
Damn. Okay.
Let's see. Parry D10 plus 4.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. What is it again? Sorry, 34.
So does it reduce the damage by 12 then?
12. Yes. Yeah.
Alright, so you're going to take 23 damage.
23.
And that will reduce the DC to 12.
Okay, let me
For the
get
concentration
23
check.
damage, and I need a beat a 12 for Constitution.
Yep.
Which is very possible.
Yeah, it's a con saving throw for you, so yeah. Plus 9 over here.
pretty good.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so
pretty
you
good.
maintain concentration, and then in a puff of black smoke, the Dark Prince disappears once again, and he reappears back in his original place.
Fuck.
Does damn it. Fuck.
I'm just on the ground bleeding. Mother, daddy, you hit me so
guys.
hard.
His
Guys, I
turn
need you all to
ends
stand up.
as he twirls his sword in place, and he regards all of you groveling before him with contempt. It is Azzy's turn, the only one of you that has not fallen to his knees.
Fuck me.
Well, I mean that's the best. I think that's the best thing that could happen right here.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Stab
the
that
plus
son
when
of a
I'm this
bitch.
guy? Okay.
Get him.
The 22 hit.
It does.
Good.
The blood sword
he-
cries out for the most delectable of demon blood.
Oh yes. Oh, it drinks it right
so
up.
let me roll the damage for that first before I decide if I gotta smite this dude. So it's 2d8 psychic against demon lord. So there's the 2d8 psychic. Hell yeah, so that's
smite
8
this
psychic.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna, homie. I'm gonna. 1d8 plus what is it? For plus 7. For the piercing damage, we got magical piercing, and then I'm gonna add. I'm gonna do a defensive flourish, Jesse. So this
Yep.
number, how much more
Nice.
magical piercing?
wise.
But that number also gets added to my AC. So I have an AC of 28 until the start of my
Hell
next turn.
yeah. That's dope.
And then I'm going to sink a smite into him because I'm just gonna assume he's still alive.
Oh yeah,
Okay. I don't like the oh yeah.
he's fucked
but
up,
thank
but he's
you.
not that fucked up.
Okay.
He started the fight bloodied for sure, but yeah, he's not dead.
Okay. 28. What sort of
Great.
damage is the force damage?
Yes.
Is that okay? So that's the smite.
That just doubled your damage, man.
Additionally, if this attack reduces the target to 50 hit points or fewer, you banish it.
Right. It does not banish him, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
So do we want to?
can you total the damage?
Yes. We
They're
absolutely. That's
all-
the whole
that's
point
how
of
they
this.
That's how they die. Okay, so we are at 8 psychic, 19 magical piercing, and then 28 force. I don't have calculator open. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, so it's 19 plus 28, so it's
Plus 8.
47, I
55.
think.
55
55.
total
Because you got the
damage.
8 psychic at the top.
You unleash a incredible flurry of blows with
That
your
was one
rapier.
stab so far.
With a perfect fencing stance, you plunge the sword into the demon prince of darkness, and he cries out in agony as the sword drinks of his blood, and he looks down at you in horror. What is that wretched blade?
You know, it turns out when enough of us small fry get together and cast ourselves upon a flame, that flame gets pretty fucking hot.
Right, you
And
may
then
attack
I'm gonna try to
again, I
stab him
see.
again.
Do it, baby. Come on.
Oh, fuck.
12 will miss as he knocks
God,
aside your second
Do
swing.
something.
He seems
Um,
quite afraid of your blade
damn
now.
it.
Gonna action surge. I'm
Okay.
gonna do it again.
Yes. Come on, man. 2 hits.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
You'll miss again.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Whatever it
Yes.
is.
Because I'm action surging, does that let me smite again? Because that's how I would cast another leveled spell the same way.
Yeah, I think we've determined that Action Surge lets you cast 2 spells. I believe we've made that ruling
Mhm.
before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Again.
Get him. Banish this kinky weirdo.
38 force
Oh, that is good.
damage.
Yes.
Hang on. Before you calculate that, the blade actually hit him first. So let me roll 1d8 plus
7, 7. And then I'm gonna do a slashing flourish this time. Oh my god!
Dude.
Nice.
This is
Maximum
just to do
damage.
more damage. This doesn't change the defensive flourish. This is just an extra slashing flourish. It would be better if there was more guys around me, because that 1 would go to all the guys around me. But it's an
That's
extra
alright.
1.
Okay.
Take
And
so
then
it's
here's the psychic.
16 piercing.
Oh, 2 psychic.
Oh, that sucks. 2 psychic, so 18 damage first.
Yep.
So that would be.
Can I use the chronolometer, Jesse? It's a free action.
Yeah, you can.
Dude. Yes. This is everything
Oh,
this sword was meant to do.
It was close. It does not banish him.
Oh wow.
Well,
It
now
was
it's
close.
time.
As
Damn,
the
a
blade
couple too many
once
ones in
again
there.
drinks of his blood, and your sword sings both in your mind and in real life. All of you groveling can just see as he doing the fucking best display of swordsmanship you've ever seen in your whole goddamn life right now.
I'm still crying, but it's so beautiful.
Alright, so here's the chronolometer roll. Oh, that's a fucking action, bro!
That's another one for you?
Yeah!
Yes.
Can I use that now, Jesse?
Yeah, it's the chronolometer, baby. Let's go.
Does that let me smite again? If it's a
Yeah,
whole
it's
ass another
basically
action?
action surge. I don't see why not.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
bro.
Rewinding
dude.
time. Yes, please use your spell slots. Use
I
your thing.
just gonna say,
Dude,
like,
please.
Yo,
please blow
everybody
your
else
entire load
gets
right
to
now.
just have their load still. That's what this
Hey, man.
means to me.
Absolutely. If you're doing 70 damage with spell slots to a demon lord, 100% use those spell
Bro.
slots.
14 will miss.
Oof, come on, come on.
There we go!
25 hits.
Yes.
Alright,
This
so
motherfucker's going
here's
down.
the piercing. Here's one more slashing flourish. Here's the psychic. And then here's the... How many 5th level spell slots did I have? So I might not can do that anymore. Okay, burning a 6th level.
Yes, even better.
25.
Okay, so it's
That was a low roll.
12
It's alright, dude. It's
damage
still
plus
awesome.
10. 22 damage first. So. And then 25 smite damage.
Yep.
Yeah, this third banishing smite is gonna do the trick. You want
Yeah.
to describe what you do here?
Oh, bro, I go in, right?
He's getting
I
banished.
slash.
You're not killing him. so
I
you're
go and I
banishing him.
slash right for the
Yeah.
knee. I stab him in the first knee. I rip it out. One knee comes down. I stab that other knee. I rip it out. He's down on both knees. I grab that big sexy face and I stab him right in the heart.
You stab him right in the heart, and he snarls in your face, his hot breath washing over your form as he lets out a final snarl of anger. But your magic takes hold as thrice you banish him to the abyss like you're performing a goddamn exorcism in the movie
Power
The
of
Exorcist.
threes,
And the third time you invoke the power of Christ, he is sucked back into the abyss
Fuck
in yet
outta
one
here.
final
Ooh.
burst of darkness as you banish Grazd out of
Oh.
existence.
That's awesome.
And you return
Man,
him
what a good turn.
where-
Really well
my
done.
boys. Are you okay?
Nice, dude.
Everybody
I'm
is
just
on
crying,
the
like-
ground, on their knees. Mog is
I'm so
bleeding
sad, but, like,
heavily.
Why am I horny?
I'm gonna
All of
get
you
up.
went tink at once.
I'm gonna get up and run over to Mog and Crumb, and I'm gonna pump a fucking cure wounds into each one of them.
Whew.
But they also get to roll a hit dice, right? Because of Gym Dryer's thing.
That's right, the blessing of wound closure.
Sweet.
Each of you gets to add one of your hit dice to this healing. when you
14
receive it.
for Mog. And then
Awesome. Thank you, son.
14 for fucking Crumb,
Yeah.
baby.
Wow. God damn.
Went from the 1s to the 8s,
Dude,
baby.
Really good. Give me an extra one. I'll take it.
Not a great hit dice. But yeah, it is what it is.
Oh, 15 does not
Where the
quite
fuck
get
are
you
the
where I
hit dice?
wanted you to get.
That's okay. I do have a potion of superior healing, which I am probably gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
And might as well.
How many D4 is that, Jesse? Is that 8 D4?
Superior,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
said?
Yeah.
Yep, superior should be 8d4.
8d4 plus 8.
Correct. Yep.
Oh, plus 8, so 28. Fucking sweet. Love that.
Dude,
Ah,
what's up with all these
Ugh.
ones, bro?
man.
I guess
Ezzy,
I dispelled
that was remarkable.
the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, you know,
Element.
it had to work sometime. All this smite training and stabbing training I have.
That was surely so powerful, even Varen must have felt it.
Who? Oh, right, the other guy.
Man, did anybody else think that guy was really like way hotter than he was the first time we saw him?
Yes, this was
Yeah,
his
no,
true
he had
form.
something going on, man. Like, I don't know. Just
Horny
like,
Ragnarok mode.
Dude, he was way better than fucking that wizard that we're working for, man. We should have got that sword, bro. We would have been given that sword all day, bro.
Well, instead we sacrificed 150 peasants so that they could take part in murdering the fuck out of a demon lord.
Yeah,
all
I guess you're right.
worth it so far.
Man.
Phew, man,
you
I thought I
you
was
were
gonna
given
die
that
right there.
sword, Ozzy.
I was about to die just now.
That sword really came in. Yeah, he like tried to open your spine up. It seemed like
He was getting there.
Yeah, dude. He was really
He was
he was
spanking
really-
me hard.
he's really giving it to your back, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, I think he hit me with the sword, with the broadside of the sword, just cause. Wasn't joining a frat, but I guess, you know. Should we poke
Yeah,
our head over
so
the
you
side of the
guys-
cliff and see what else is happening with this demon lord fight?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
at
so
this
you
point,
guys have managed to very quickly, relatively, banish Grazd, the Dark
I
Prince.
thought that was going to be way
um,
harder.
Well, I mean, dude.
Based
had
on what he
the most
told you,
epic turn.
You can ascertain that Malconteth has been slain by him as well. You watched Baphomet be killed by Koschiki. You watched Grazd kill Koschiki as well, leaving only Orcus and the Demogorgon, who are locked in pitched battle. Mog would know from his knowledge of demons that Orcus and the Demogorgon are arch enemies. They hate each other with an absolute passion, same way that Grazd and Malconteth hate each other. Same way that Baphomet and Yunagu hated each other. And so this battle will probably rage on until one of them dies. There is no shot that either of them would flee a combat with the other. And so, with those two being the only remaining demon lords left in the Underdark, it is probably safe for you to start making your way in the direction of the Demogorgon so that you can ambush the survivor of their
Hell
combats.
yeah.
Absolutely.
You are
Final
using
phase.
the word safe very loosely here.
The safest it can be.
Safe. Yes.
Let us
Safe.
descend into darkness. The final darkness.
And so
Let's
you
be
guys
ready.
will head down into Menzo Baranzan to seek the Demogorgon and find out what is waiting for you next week on Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice.
So
Good
man,
session.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really stronger though.
No.
I
You did
contributed.
fucking-
I contributed so
DM
much to beating that
DM?
fucking demon lord, bro.
I
Could
knew you
could
were
I
gonna
have-
one-shot fucking macro his ass. Like,
Could
I
I
knew
just
it.
like get one inspiration die for that? Because that was fucking dope.
Yeah, right. You can have inspiration.
Yes.
That was a pretty sweet turn, dude. That was maybe the most epic turn of the
Fueled by
campaign.
the
What is the opposite of inspiration? Can I get one of those for those 2 force damages?
fueled by the time
Hey,
magic
man,
of the chronological.
at least you weren't just
Yeah.
groveling and getting
whirlwind.
spanked the entire battle.
I'm not even a paladin, and I'm
By
smiting like a
Leather
motherfucker, dude.
Hey, it takes all of us, guys, and that was fucking awesome.
I like
Takes
it.
a village.
I like it.
Well, Somebody definitely was going to die when we faced Demogorgon, but that's all right.
I was hoping that fight would be a little harder
well.
for you, at least.
Well,
a
I
little
mean,
bit.
was.
he
Yeah, if I
just
didn't have plus
unleashed
10
it all.
to
Yeah,
the charisma saves.
That's true.
which
yeah.
is yeah, and that's also just like the time to use all your stuff.
I was like, I don't want this guy to have another turn of doing 70 damage to us right
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, I
no,
had
dude.
another legendary action queued up if you ended your turn for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
so-
using everything you could at that moment was just amazing. That was great.
Step.
Fun,
All right,
fun
dudes.
session, man. Good,
Yeah.
good callbacks. Bittersweet with Jim Jar.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
goddamn.
Demon
The
Lord battle is
fucking-
on its way. We're
The
closing this
Demon
campaign
Lord-
out.
That recording was dope, Jesse.
Yeah, that was cool,
Thanks, man.
dude. Well done.
I had to at least match the Grackle Stug stuff.
I'm excited to see what happens next time.